Jalen Hood-Schifino, headed to the Lakers, 17th overall. His lone season in Bloomington, became the first Indiana freshman to record multiple games with 30 or more points since Eric Gordon in 07-08. The Hoosiers guard was named Big Ten Freshman of the Year. He can create his own shot, excels in the mid-range, both as a scorer and a facilitator. We saw him work a lot with Trace Jackson Davis. And how about this? Jalen Hood-Schifino headed to Los Angeles.
He is a hooper. He will not let you take him out of his gear. And I love his ability to see the floor, take big shots, have good confidence. Maybe I'll tell you this, having interviewed him multiple times this season, talking to that staff, Hood-Schifino will not be, he will step into that franchise and immediately gel with the players around him. He will not have any entitlement to him. He will want to learn. And for someone picked in this range, it's hard for me to be much higher on his long-term prospects. I don't think he's going to be a top 5 or 7 player out of this draft, Adam. But I love his long-term stability. Like, I think he is a wonderful pick-and-roll point guard who will not try and force the issue. And maybe the Lakers, which a franchise kind of they're in an interesting spot overall. Just having someone come in, and he is as much of an adult after 1 year in college as almost anyone I can recall in the past few years.
So it's interesting because you've seen him play different roles. In high school, he was more of a role player, more of on that loaded Monfort Academy team, really bought into the defensive identity. Shooting showed some progress this year at Indiana because he was mostly a mid-range heavy guy in high school. But if you really dive into those numbers, they came in spurts. So when he made shots, he made them in bunches. And when he missed shots, he missed them in bunches. So my concern here is about when the ball's not in your hand, because it's not going to be in his hand. My concern is in the short term, the fit with LeBron and AD. Is he capable of coming in and providing floor spacing? If you're looking after this kind of iteration, I think he becomes a nice long-term someone you can build on after who knows how many years LeBron has. I mean, he could end up playing for 7 more years for all we know. But if it ends up being 2, Jalen Hood-Schifino is a nice piece. I give it a B. I'm not quite as enthusiastic as you are long-term, but I think the versatility on-off ball certainly defends, plays both ends. So I do think he's a very solid pick.
All right, let's welcome in our NBA draft analyst, Kyle Boone. And Kyle, you have been on this guy in terms of what his capabilities are. Had him mocked, I think, in your lottery. I think you had him going 12. He slides a little bit here to the Lakers. What's your evaluation of him and now where he's going to Los Angeles?
Yeah, we had Hood-Schifino ranked as a lottery prospect in our final prospect ranking. So this is good value, I think, for the Lakers, getting him in the back half of the teens here. The fit, I think, is going to be really interesting. This is a guy who played at Indiana primarily on the ball. He ran the offense and really facilitated what the Hoosiers did. That offense kind of ran through Chase Jackson Davis for the most part, but Hood-Schifino was on the ball quite a bit. He's first team all hustle. He gives a ton of energy. He plays with a lot of enthusiasm. As Norlander kind of alluded to, you cannot take him out of gear. He is always running on a high motor. So the energy, I think, is going to be really infectious. It will be fun to watch. His on-ball defense is really good. There's a lot of assets in his game that I think will translate to the next level. I'm not sure that he's going to be a star, but if he's going to shoot 35, 36% from three-point range, this is a combo guard who I think can be really productive for the Lakers for a really long time.
I like what he said there. First team all hustle. Kyle Boone, also a part of First Team All Hustle here on CBS Sports 8.